Hello, everybody. Welcome to your, whoa, that had some energy behind it. Welcome to your Divine Masculines reading today. I was jumping right out of my hand. I hope you guys are having a good week. I'm happy to be here to do your Divine Masculine reading. If you guys are seeking out information in the Twin Flame Dominion, you have come to the right place. We are a newer channel. We've been around for several months now, but we have been in the business working as coaches for several years now. And we have worked with a lot of twin flames, in the thousands. And so we have really enjoyed serving the community and plan to continue to do so. Well, really anyone in the spiritual community. But if you're here for this reading, it is because you have met your twin flame, and that's why you're clicking on this thumbnail, is to find out what's going on with your divine masculine. Most likely you have gone through a dark night of the soul, or you're still, this deck is so hard, you're still going through the dark night of the soul, or you have kind of come out of the dark night of the soul, but you're still trying to figure out what this whole twin flame connection is. And we have spoken with so many different people and gone through this journey ourselves. All of us here have had a twin flame experience, and we really understand what this is like for you guys as you guys are going through this process. These cards are a little bigger, so I'm going to move this over. It is not a journey for the faint of heart, but you, my sweet friend, are not the faint of heart. You are quite the opposite, and you are something special, something amazing, or you would not be going through this process right now. You are going through an awakening because there is something inside of you that needs to get brought out into the world, and only you can do it. See, this process that you have found yourself in, this twin flame process, is an initiation. The dark night of the soul is an initiation. I can't talk today. And not everyone gets invited into this initiation. Not everyone does. And that doesn't mean that, we're special in the sense that we're like better than anyone else. It's not like, good and bad. That's not what I mean. Everyone's special, and everyone has something to bring out into the world. So we're like special, but not special at the same time, if you get my drift. But you have gone through an initiation. And the dark night of the soul is only there to help you burn off all the energies in this world that have been placed upon you that stand in the way of you bringing that something special out. And so it may feel like a difficult and painful process along the way. And it is. I am not discounting that. I went through it myself. And this is the most painful period of my entire life. However, it served a very valuable purpose. It's the period of time where once you were a caterpillar and now you've gone into the chrysalis, and it's a breaking down of all the things that you once were, so that you can be built back up into the beautiful butterfly that you have always been destined to be. See, this is your destiny, so you can't screw it up. And I don't mean you can't screw it up. It's like, don't you dare screw it up. That's not what I mean. Your ego will try to tell you that, but that's not what I mean. What I mean is your ego can just, fuck off, because you can't mess this up. It is your destiny. It is just going to happen to you, and you don't need to worry about it. Your ego's like, yeah, but I got to figure this out, and I got to get this person back, and I got to find out what this whole twin flame thing is, and I got to do this work and make this stuff happen. And yeah, there is work to be done because you do have something very special inside of you, Divine Feminine, that needs to come out into this world. However, you don't need to work at it any harder than you need to work at going through puberty or, growing from being an infant into being an adult. Did you make that happen? Did you make all of that stuff happen to you? Do you make your heart beat every single day? No, something beyond you is doing that, right? Something greater, right? Oh, not greater like in better, but like just greater, like beyond what you are. So do not let the mind fool you into thinking that you have to do something to make this process happen. As a matter of fact, it gets a whole heck of a lot easier when you just allow it to happen, and really recognize that you can't stop it from happening. So no matter how many times you screw up, right? which you really can't, but no matter how many times your mind tells you that you are, this is just all part of the process. It's just happening to you. And that is a beautiful thing. Okay? Embrace it. You are becoming the colorful butterfly you were always meant to be. At the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess. So we have the High Priestess in reverse, which means that the overall energy for this reading today is that there is, for your Divine Masculine, some clouded insight that they're dealing with right now. They're not seeing things through the right filter and the right lens. They're not seeing reality, right? They're seeing perception of reality, and that's affecting them in certain ways. And we're going to get into this reading and find out why. But something in their intuitive abilities is definitely blocked as a result of this being the energy of the overall reading. So in recent past, we've got Eight of Swords in reverse. So with Eight of Swords in reverse showing up for your Divine Masculine, there is or has been kind of like this feeling of like liberation going on for Divine Masculine. They've let something go. They've moved away from certain kinds of toxic energies, and they're feeling better, right? They're starting to kind of come out of the clouds. But even though they've got this sense of like, I am being freed from something right now, they don't actually feel free. They don't feel like they're there yet. They just feel like they're on the precipice of something that is giving them the space that they need in order to evolve. And they can feel it. They know that there's something going on. Now let's look at, like what's going on in this karmic situation and over here with you to find out how these outside experiences, events, and people are affecting them to give them that sense of freedom. In the karmic situation, so it looks like in the recent past, they have felt like this karmic situation was more of a relationship of convenience. They enjoyed kind of partying and hanging out and like gossiping and talking with this other person, but they feel like it was more of a relationship of convenience rather than connection. The connection didn't run that deep for this Divine Masculine. They feel this kind of need to transition out of this karmic situation. I guess it's run its course. The things that made it, I guess, alluring or attractive were things that came from, I guess, immediate and surface needs. So because those needs are no longer something that need to be met for this Divine Masculine, it sort of seems like there's not a reason to keep this relationship going because the connection was just so surface. It has died and fizzled out. And maybe that's part of the reason why they're sort of feeling like this feeling of being set free, right? Maybe they felt sort of chained to the situation because they were getting something out of it, but because the connection was not very great, or it was just surface level, they kind of felt a little bit trapped by it. And they're starting to feel like, nope, I'm actually not trapped by that. I don't need this situation anymore. There's some gratitude there. It's not like they like hate this person or they don't appreciate the time spent. They just don't feel like it's the right place for them anymore. Toward you, they have felt like there was something really exciting and kind of like fun about the relationship with you. They really enjoyed, there's like a banter between the two of you, like something where they feel like they can just really be themselves. And there's this flow in conversation that is very alluring to this divine masculine. Kind of almost like a jousting that takes place, with humor and laughter and a connection that runs deeper. Like they actually feel like you get them. They feel like something, like the weird thing is though, is it's sort of like the opposite of the karmic situation that they've been dealing with. There is a deep connection with you, yet on a surface level, there are issues that prevent them from feeling like they can actually pursue this in the 3D world. Like maybe it's because they are going through this breakup or this transitionary period, which makes them feel like they are not really ready. Like they're in their minds, they feel like the timing is off. But in their hearts, they're like, this person is my person. This person is the person that I really, really connect to. And so this actually creates a little bit of depression in this divine masculine. They feel like, man, I really wish that I had met this person in a different place or at a different time, because this is the person that I really feel connected to. And from your perspective, you're like, well, duh, it doesn't matter if there's issues. There's always going to be issues. We don't pick the timing, but we get to pick the people. But they're kind of like, no, timing means something. And like they're holding on to that. And they're not able to let 3D circumstances go. They have a particular perspective that makes them think that those things are like trying to show them that it's not the right time for this, or that it's not like, they're afraid that that means you're not the right person, because of the right timing, right? But they're not correct about that. That's the thing, is that they're not correct about that. Maybe this is just another part of the transition that this divine masculine needs to go through for them to like free themselves of these egoic concepts and these egoic mindsets. That's what I see here, is that they have programming and perspective that they have obtained throughout their life, like maybe from a background that they grew up in, or like friendships, relationships, even media that they have been watching has given them a perspective on what like a relationship should look like. So it's sort of like this unrealistic expectation that no one can quite seem to fit for this divine masculine. Now they know for sure that it's not this person because they did explore it. You were this new open opportunity for them, and now they're like afraid to explore it. And I think that that is because they are afraid that they'll either break your heart or that you'll break their heart. That's why this 3 of Swords is out right here. They're worried and concerned. There's like a fearfulness around this relationship with you. And maybe it comes from a lack of trust, of being able to trust themselves. That's what I see. They have had a lack of trust in themselves and their own ability to make good and proper judgments. But their connection with you has been very profound. All right, so currently, same energy. Too many choices, too much confusion. I can't commit. That's the energy and the essence of that's like emanating from this divine masculine. Fear of commitment. And maybe it's partially too because they've got this newfound freedom. And they think that because of past relationships, that being in a relationship equates a lack of freedom. And so they're afraid to lose that freedom. But that's not true. The right relationship actually provides ultimate freedom, absolute ultimate freedom. But you have to be open to that. And they've got some issues that they need to resolve before they recognize and realize that they can go into a relationship and have absolute freedom in the right relationship. And they don't need to attach it to like old patterns of trauma. And we can absolutely see that scenario playing out in these cards. We've got the Lovers and the Devil. Your divine masculine thinks that love, like they're actually scared of love. Maybe that's why they felt so comfortable in this relationship over here, actually. That's what I'm seeing, is that because it was a surface level, there was no danger in that. If this person cheated on them, it wouldn't break their heart that much. If this person, betrayed them, it wouldn't break their heart that much. So that means somewhere along the way, this divine masculine did suffer from a broken heart. And so now love equals fear. And this is a difficult pattern for any of us to break once we've experienced it. Betrayal is a terrible thing for people to go through. It really, really harms the psyche and the hearts of the individuals that experience it. And unfortunately, we've all experienced it, but to varying degrees and levels. Not all betrayals are of equal status, right? And so this divine masculine, I'm pretty sure before this stuff that was going on, what I'm seeing is that they experienced some major, major betrayal in their life. It could have come from a family member. It could have come from, some type of an abusive situation, even as a child. But whatever it is, they have equated love to like heartbreak. If I fall in love with someone deeply, if I feel the need to, or if I feel like attached to somebody, that person has too much power over me. That person could hurt me and harm me. So I need to run away. I need to be careful and stay away from that. And that's what I see happening from, this is like a karmic issue that the divine masculine needs to work out. So the universe has been sending your divine masculine these karmic situations and scenarios and people to be able to kind of work through this stuff, which is why sometimes the universe keeps the twin flames in a period of separation, because whether you guys ever come back together romantically or not, that's not really the purpose of the separation. It's more about spiritual growth and to keep the two from, doing damage, because this is about growth and healing, not, perpetual cycles of damage. So over here, your divine masculine is dealing with these issues through karmic relationships. And most likely you are too, or have been in the past, but your awakening is changing that for you, divine feminine. And you need to stay focused on that for you, because your divine masculine has to do it for themselves. You can't do it for them. They have to do it for themselves. And it looks, though, that your divine masculine is getting the experiences that they need in order to be able to overcome the fear of love. Because love is not fear. Love is the exact opposite of fear. And fear destroys or prevents love from being able to manifest in a healthy way. And so your divine masculine really needs to heal whatever those wounds are. And the universe is going to send them those experiences and to give them the opportunity to do that. And it's just your divine masculine has to make the choice to be able to see it with clarity. That freedom that they're getting right now is going to give them the ability to be able to look at their own shit. And they need that. So with you, divine feminine. Okay, so this is actually kind of cool. So your divine masculine views you through a particular lens because you represent abundance for divine masculine. And that, again, is partly why they're so scared of you. Okay? And the truth is that they're actually scared of you. They are afraid of the feelings that they have toward you. It freaks them out. And they just don't know how to, they don't know how to, express themselves to you about it. Because they see you as, this perfect partner. They see you as someone that they could expand with, that they could grow with, that they could really connect to, because they already feel connected to you. They even see that like maybe there could be something that you guys could like do together for like financial gain, and for like maybe even like a business or something together. Like I actually see that they could be even seeing you in a way where like, wow, not only do I have the ability to connect with this person romantically, sexually, emotionally, but also like there could be ways that we, when we combine together, that we could actually like, benefit each other in a monetary way as well. And so, they may have, or maybe they just feel like, combining forces with you could give them, certain kinds of stability, and they could offer you certain kinds of stability. So their imagination kind of runs wild with this when they're around you. But then it's kind of like a drug where like they sort of like come down from it, and then all of a sudden they're like, but wait, but wait, but wait, what about this and what about that? And so they flip-flop back and forth all the time with you, Divine Feminine. They're amazing and they're wonderful, but they scare the crap out of me. That's like what their mind is essentially telling them. And that is, again, Divine Masculine's issue. This isn't anything that you're doing. It is because you represent something so pure and special to them that they're actually scared that if they allow themselves to let their guard down, that they could potentially get hurt. And so they've got to work through that. If they try to come in before they can actually allow that and receive love that way, then they'll actually like probably harm you in some way or shape or form, like emotionally or mentally, because they're not in a state of health. And so, hurt people. And your Divine Masculine does not want to hurt you. So that's a pretty big revelation right there, I think. If you guys are, interested in any kind of coaching or tarot readings, I just want to let you guys know we have some specials right now. There are some coupon codes in the description box below. We have 10% off of all of our coaching one-on-ones. We also have 20% off of our tarot readings. So you have Coaching 10, which is a coupon code, and Tarot Summer, which is a coupon code. And those are going to go through until August. So if you guys are wanting to book something right now, this is a great time to do that. We also have amazing group calls, you guys. Our group memberships, they're not very expensive. And we do, lessons and coaching several times a week with these, anywhere from 2 to 4 calls, depending on the package that you sign up for. You also get access to our Facebook group and our Conduit of the Month interviews as well. So you'll get to, kind of see some different people who've been through this journey, and the way that it's led them from, going through the dark night of the soul into like this abundance mindset where they know that they can achieve and reach all of their goals. It's their stories that you'll be hearing. So you'll get access to the full interviews on those and the ongoing interviews of those as well. And so it's really great for people to be able to see how other people's journeys have progressed, because even though all of our journeys are completely unique and different, there are also parallels, and it's inspirational to hear, the stories of how people have gone through this twin flame journey and how it's affected them. So that is something that you also get with the group memberships. And so please go to the-conduits.com, check out the description box below, see the different packages that we have. Again, we have lots of options, and we also have discounts on the special that's running right now. So I would love the opportunity to work with you and to talk with you. So come check us out. Okay, so near future, Divine Masculine is going to be stepping into their power. This process of healing that the Divine Masculine is going through is preparing them for a strong leadership position. They have a massive amount of inner empathy and tolerance for how other people think and feel. And there may be people in their life that would disagree with that, but that's only because after going through this process, especially in the realm of the karmics, Divine Masculine has had to put up some pretty intense boundaries to protect themselves. And it's good that they're doing that. It's really, really good that they're doing that. Um, but the truth is deep down, they're extremely supportive, extremely empathetic. They are phenomenal leaders. This is a gift that is being cultivated and brought out within them through this whole twin flame journey. For them, it's happening on an unconscious level, but for you, Divine Feminine, it's happening on a conscious level because you're the one who's experiencing this awakening process. So you can see what's going on at this point. For a period of time, especially in this world of the karmic stuff, Divine Masculine, they have a desire and a want to have a connected relationship. It's very, very strong within them, especially because of their encounters with you. You have really opened up their hearts and their minds. Like you've created like a heart opening in them. They really, really want this really, really badly, but they are still, at least in the near future, going to be very hesitant to allowing anything in beyond a surface level. And they still have a few kinks that they're going to need to work out. But that's okay because they are working them out. And at this point in the near future, they're going to be like ready for love. Okay. All these karmic situations, even though they may make you a little bit uncomfortable, these karmic situations are preparing your Divine Masculine for the ability to be able to show up, be honest, empathetic, and, really kind of connect with you in a way that is going to allow the both of you to ascend and become the best versions of yourself. Now, I really want you guys to stay open to the fact that this could play out in many, 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 many different ways. You, at some point in time, Divine Feminine, may even decide that your Divine Masculine isn't the one that you want to be in a relationship with, because your journey is presenting itself to you and revealing itself to you at the same time that this is happening for your Divine Masculine. However, union is something that always takes place and always happens between twin flames. What you guys all need to understand is that union can look like a lot of different things. And so be open-minded to what the universe is giving you, because the universe is offering you like the best version of your life. Okay, what your soul came here to experience. And so be open to whatever that is. Your Divine Masculine is definitely opening themselves up to that. And it's because you're opening yourself up to that. What you see in your Divine Masculine is a reverse reflection of yourself. So if you're focusing on them, they're focusing away from you. If you're focusing on you in your spiritual journey and your inner journey within yourself, then they're focused on you. Okay, and so this is showing you that balance and harmony is being achieved within yourself when your Divine Masculine shows up. And that is freaking amazing. And so you're going to start seeing some of those signs in the very, very near future. That inner union is taking place, and so you'll see some kind of outer union with you and your Divine Masculine. Toward you, there's going to be a period of just rest and relaxation, like a settling into the new paradigm of where this journey is taking the both of you. And both you and your Divine Masculine are going to experience this on a very deep and spiritual level with each other. It's going to, like, what's going on with them and what's going on with you, there's going to be like this resonance, this harmonic balance between the two of you. And it's going to feel so good. This is like the nirvana, the samadhi, the bliss. This experience of being around each other is just going to feel like you are immersed in like heavenly love. Okay. And again, that can mean a lot of different things. Don't let the ego come in and tell you that what that means. Allow the universe to show you. Allow God to show you what this means. Because when we're going through all this with our Divine Masculine, we haven't experienced it yet. And so the mind can't judge it, because the mind, it's like trying to explain, what a strawberry tastes like to someone who's never tasted a strawberry before. You could explain and explain and explain and explain and explain, and they're going to try to imagine it, but they don't know because they haven't actually experienced and tasted it. So until you experience it, you can't know it. And your ego is going to be like, oh, I know what divine bliss and love is, but no, it doesn't. It knows what like worldly romantic love is. And this experience with your divine masculine is something very, 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 very different. Okay. So let the journey reveal itself to you, and trust the journey, trust the process, divine feminine, trust the divine masculine in the sense that they are within you. They are you. You are already in union with them. Okay. Let me get you guys a oracle card. I think this was a great reading. I hope you guys liked it. I hope that it resonated with you. I really like these cards. They're really, really big, but they sure are pretty, aren't they? I like them a lot.